Good very satsang ji, Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh. To Dr. Majid's Desi Wellness Kitchen, another concept, another new series. Chal rahe hain blood pressure de concept de on a yatra. How do we survive and save ourselves from blood pressure? And those who are on blood pressure doiya, what do you do to reduce this and even come off blood pressure? Prunes, as I already kehte, are amazing concept that actually bring blood pressure and have known statistically to bring blood pressure. Known fact that in a few years, out of about 6 people, 7 people are going to be having hypertension. That is a serious problem, not only solved. But welcome to a naughty concept with Dr. Manjeet Kaur in my Desi Wellness Kitchen. Saaryan nu meri namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, Jambo Sana, and welcome to my Desi Wellness Kitchen. Chal rahe hai concept which is black chocolate. Lot of brown chocolate saturated in sugar and fats is being eaten. Black chocolate concept is very important for the heart because it's a very powerful antioxidant, not forgetting all the berries, cherries, raspberries, gooseberries, and the melon seeds and melons and pumpkin seeds. Sara jada aap jinu pichle programs de vich daste jane. So I'm going to start off with a dark chocolate which is grated. It's 2.5 cups of dark chocolate with half a cup of butter. This is going to go into my non-stick pan. So you just need to write these recipes quickly. So it's a low salt butter, which is a brand that you can pick up from the stores. Half a cup of this. I'll be melting that down quickly. On low heat, 3 to 4 minutes to see 2.5 cups of grated dark chocolate. This is homemade truffles, not the truffles jede bazaar ch milde. Truffles and black truffles are very good for the heart, and I've known that people who have at least 1 to 2 bars of dark chocolate every day. I'm not saying the brown or the chocolate which is heavily laden with sugars and fats. They are known not to have heart conditions, and khaskar mere gore patients. Melting this just for 3 or 4 minutes on low heat, बहुत छेती है बननी है रेसिपी, एक्सेप्ट के जदों आपां इनू वापस लेके आना आप जी दे सामने 1 घंटा कूल डाउन होनी चाहिए है रेसिपी बिफोर आई कैन मेक माई ट्रफल्स एंड वो भी अंदाज दस जावांगे आप जी नू. In that, I've already got 1 heaped teaspoon of coffee, which is instant coffee. पानी ने मैं 2 tablespoon तत्ता पानी to add to my coffee. So melt हो जावे. Just 2 tablespoons to melt the instant coffee. That will be added. I normally never drink coffee, but the smell is so aromatic. But coffee and tea drunk regularly, obviously, it's not very safe. So I'm going to add this to the melted chocolate and the butter. Do remember that jodiya vi pinniya de vich main use kar rahi haan. Raw food diet, and in the brain food that I'm using special condiments. I do not use any products that have been picked up from Nigeria or especially Ghana. 6 million children in Ghana, Harjeet Singh, are under slavery to pick up cocoa from trees, underpaid, So my concept is to pick it up from the South American countries, cocoa, jithe they are getting the right rates of picking up. So I'm going to just toss in this with half a cup of castor sugar, and I'm going to put less than half. This is my recipe which I formulated, but I am going to put less than half, and I would just say a little bit less than half main baki di rakh leni. Typical that Dr. Manjeet is always trying to project things that we saying ke tusi mitha katao. And I'm just going to literally switch off the gas, and that is done, literally. And I'm going to now just cool it down. So I'm going to take it and put it down in the fridge for about 1 hour. So 1 hour the setting to baad apna jehda black chocolate fridge to kad ke just turned it around. काफ़ी ज़्यादा थोड़े हाथ दी गरमैश दे नाल ही पिघल जाना, जिहदे नाल आपां ट्रफल्स बनाने ने. So ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ मैं add कर रही ਹਾਂ just a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, raw cocoa powder. ਇਹ सारा मैं mix करना. Just under a 1/4 cup of castor sugar, संगतो. And just about half a cup of walnuts, crushed walnuts. ये सारी चीज़ नू मैं mix करना हुन. So I'm going to mix all this together, create some room and make it look tidy. So this is my mix that's going to go around my truffles. थोड़ा ज़्यादा चाहिए होता है mix जिरा because काफ़ी कई बारी waste भी हो जाता. So this is the main mix. ठीक है जी. In that I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of black chocolate droppings, heaped tablespoon. So what are we doing? Promoting black chocolate. Santo saying that black chocolate is important for as a powerful antioxidant, very good for blood pressure and also cholesterol. So a pigli hoi jedi apni thodi khun ho gaya. So we are going to sort of make this into small truffles and roll it out. As you can see ke meri hath di garmaish de naal hi pigli ja rahe ne. So truffles are sort of a bit sticky to make. And I'm going to drop them into my bit of a messy job, but I'm sure the children would love it. Aithe bachchiyan nu involve karo instead of having synthetic kind of chocolates, you know, raw chocolate and this kind of chocolates actually lift children out from depression. So truffles are never of, you know, kind of perfect round shape because it's a delicate mix. And haje appa 1 घंटे fridge rakhya, it is still melting at a rapid rate mere hathan de vich. Because do remember कि हाथ दी गरमाइश 39 degrees, 38 to 39 degrees हुंदी है. So I'm just going to show you 3 or 4 and baki the concept we will wrap up later on just to save time through the recipe. And you can even, you know, save this and put it back in the fridge. Maybe one last one. You know, right to the end you become perfect, Hana? So I'm going to actually roll this in, wash my hands. I've got my desiccated coconut here, Sankto. So all I'm doing is rolling my truffles into this mix. So you can see har ek individual ho gaya hun mix. And chapk gayi hai jada cocoa powder hega. And just trying to glaze it all up, and the final rolling will be in the desiccated coconut. So there you are. I'm going to put it on my beautiful tray. Can be an amazing dessert. Even having raw chocolate or dark chocolate at night is a good concept. So desiccated coconut de naal final finishing ho raya apna. Still so delicate, and then you can keep this back in the fridge rakh lo 6 7 8 घंटे before you serve it to your guests. Je garmiyan vich dish bana rahe, then you certainly need to put it in the into the fridge very quickly. Already my nariyal is also becoming brown. So this is an amazing concept of my, just arrange them beautifully in my tray. You can make them as recipe de matre vich 2.5 cups de vich you will get about 15 of these. And let me just quickly wash my hands. You can serve it to your guest. You can give it to a friend as a gift. You can gift it to your family members. And jena nu chocolate, galt chocolate di craving hegi ya, which is the dangerous chocolate, then this truffle recipe is amazing. So thank you so much for joining me in this amazing, naughty but nice cook show of Dr. Manjeet Kaur. And it's great for blood pressure patients, as we spoke, and you can make it presentable in a dish as you like, because walnuts vi hege ade bar. चल रहे एक अंदाज थे ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਆਪਾਂ ਟਰਫਲਸ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਨੇ ਬਲੈਕ ਚਾਕਲੇਟ ਟਰਫਲਸ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਲਿਟਲ ਬਿਟ ਆਫ ਅ ਨੋਟੀ ਡਿਜ਼ਰਟ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਆਪਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰਮੋਟ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਬਲੈਕ ਚਾਕਲੇਟ ਡਾਰਕ ਚਾਕਲੇਟ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਆ for blood pressure and also for heart because it's a powerful antioxidant, not the dairy milk chocolate ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਿ ਸਾਰੀ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੁੱਟ ਹੋਈ ਹੋਈ ਆ of sugars and bad chocolates ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਕਿ actually can cause diabetes and blood sugar problems but also then we are looking at blood pressure. The biggest problem that we have right now is there is a huge problem to say that at least between 4 to out of 6 people 4 people will have some sort of blood pressure issues in 6 years to come and that is a huge intake of salts, bad fats, bad lifestyle, ਗਲਤ ਖਾਣੇ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਨਵੇਂ ਅੰਦਾਜ਼ ਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰਾ ਨਿੱਘਾ ਸਵਾਗਤ welcome to a dark black chocolate cake with low fat or rather no butter and a very healthy concept ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਪੇਸ਼ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ so ਕੁਛ ਮੈਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਮਿਣ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਰੱਖੀਆਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਕਾਰਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਥੋੜਾ ਘੱਟ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੋ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ 3 ਕੱਪ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਕੱਪ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਛਾਣਨਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਹੈ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਫਿਰ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਵੋਲਿਊਮ ਆਫ 에ਅਰ ਉਹ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੇਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੋ ਆਮ ਜਸਟ ਗੋਇੰਗ ਟੂ ਕੁਇਕਲੀ ਸਟਰ ਦਿਸ ਐਂਡ ਗੈਟ ਦ ਬੈਸਟ ਆਊਟ ਐਂਡ ਛਾਣਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਗਿਲਟੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਨਿਕਲ ਰਹੀ ਆ so this is a very fine sieve ਕਹਿ ਲਓ so it might take me a few minutes to get through it so this is 3 cups of plain flour ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਪਾਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ 2 cup sugar which is a mixture of white and brown sugar 1 cup white and 1 cup of brown sugar ਕੋਈ ਬਟਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੈ ਰਿਹਾ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ except just rapeseed oil ਜਿਹੜਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ that's what I'm promoting as a good oil ਕਾਰਨ ਕੀ ਹੈ it is one oil ਸੰਗਤੋ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁੱਕ ਕਰਦੇ ਹੋ and it does not create carbonic acid or it doesn't create carbon fumes so the burning point of rapeseed oil and rice bran is much better please vegetable oils to pare ho jo deep fried foods to pare hovo because it's deep fried foods jehde ke nast karde ne sade heart arteries nu and blockages shuru ho rahiyan ne because of carbonic acid carbon gases sadi heart nu nahi chahiਦਾ body survives on oxygen hydrogen and nitrogen molecules and by doing the right foods ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸਮੇਂ through Sikh channel I can assure you that your lifestyle will improve and you will have a happier but many years away from allopathic medicine because koi bhi cheez hundi hai thodi body alarm dindi hai it's listening listen to your body listen out and hear because I think we have become a grazing society ki matlab ke sara din you know ura para latter patter khane ne trying to ignore good raw food diets so truffles di apa recipe kiti hoyi jehde ke mere truffles ਇੱਥੇ ready ਆ and we did hot black chocolate truffles ehi truffles jehde main ਅੱਜ ਦੇ program ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ I will use them as decoration and if jene vi banaye hoyge you will notice a vast difference in taste in the chocolate jehdi ke tusi bazaron lende ho and jehdi ke tusi lende ho jehde tusi aap bana rahe ho so this is really sifted ਇਹ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ 3 ਆਪਣੇ 3 ਕੱਪ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਵਾਈਟ ਫਲਾਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ ਪਾ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ 2 ਕੱਪ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਸੋ 1 ਕੱਪ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾਈਟ ਕੈਸਟਰ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਐਂਡ 1 ਕੱਪ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ promoting obviously both things that these brown sugar is much better ਨਾਲੇ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ 1/3 कौली of sesame seeds बहुत वधिया ने i.e. that they have a vitamin E which is very important for heart जे आपा blood pressure ते ध्यान करिए then we have to protect the heart from bad foods as well which clog up and create artery blockaging very simple cake है गया पारे ने ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ 2 ਕੱਪ cold coffee so ਹਰੇਕ ਕੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1 tablespoon ਆਪਾਂ ਕੋਲਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਥੋੜੇ ਕੋਸੇ ਪਾਣੀ ਚ ਪਰ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਇਹ ਠੰਡਾ ਹੈਗਾ So I'm mixing all this and now ਵਧੀਆ simple ਚੀਜ਼ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਨਵੋਲਵ ਕਰੋ It's so important ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ ਸਿੱਖਣ what is the concept of cooking at home and why are we rushing for synthetic cakes ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ E flavors are, E colorants are और ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ allergies ਹੋ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ 2 cup sugar ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ 1 ਚਮਚਾ I'm going to use pink salt ਹੁਣ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ pink salt ਜੇ ਕੈਮਰਾਮੈਨ ਕੋਲ close ਕਰਨ this is actually pink salt ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਗੁਲਾਬੀ ਲੂਣ ਹੈਗਾ from the Hunzu mountains of Pakistan. I'm not promoting white salt which is a biosodium and which is very heavy on the heart and the kidneys. When there is bad salts, the kidney has to deal a lot. Filtration ਕਰਨੀ ਪੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਜਦੋਂ kidneys fail filter ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ biosodium salts, it can lead to edema. Obviously the venous flow ਥੋੜਾ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਆ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਧਾ ਕੱਪ raw cocoa powder straight into the mix. It is such a blind recipe कि अपने बच्चों ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਓ. And then I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of very good quality vanilla extract, not just vanilla essence. Vanilla extract is very important. Essence ਹੁੰਦਾ just ਉਹਦਾ ਮਾੜਾ ਮੋਟਾ ਹੁਣ ਇਹਦੀ ਵਾਸ਼ਨਾ is so beautiful. It is the most beautiful vashna and it is one of my best favorite vanilla essences in the brand ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ use ਕਰਦੀ ਹਾਂ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਰ white vinegar which is going to be 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Remember ਕਿ brown vinegar ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗਾ. Always look out for the right products ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਉਧਰੋਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਓਵਨ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ at 180 degrees ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ 40 ਜਾਂ 50 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ and then we bring it out of the oven. Now comes in half a teaspoon of green lychee powder which is going to bring beautiful fragrance and I'm putting in soda bicarbonate, just 2 teaspoons छोटे चमचे soda bicarbonate. So कितना मिलना पा डब्बे चो करके just level it out 1 and 2 and the final ingredient is the good fat which is the rapeseed oil and ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ just 1/3 cup ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕੱਪ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤਾ ਉਸੇ ਮਾਤਰੇ ਦਾ ਬਟ ਮੇਕ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਟਿਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੇਕ ਫਿਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਇਟਸ ਵੈਰੀ ਓਲਡ ਗੁੱਡ 3 decade old ਟਿਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅੱਜ ਕੱਲ੍ਹ ਦੀ ਮਿਲਦੀ and I'm going to create a ring and decorate it with truffles which will be amazing. So 1/3 cup मैं good quality rapeseed oil use करना ध्यान करियो कि rapeseed oil should always be in a glass bottle and never in a plastic bottle. So that's 1/3 of this cup ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਮਾਤਰਾ ਹੈਗਾ this is the good fat. This is not butter and it is not the margarines or Banucol's spreads. It is a very good essential oil and I'm going to now mix all this together. So simple. Mixing process ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ either electric beater use ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ but because ਆਪਾਂ already ਆਟਾ sift ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ this is now ready to go into the oven. So literally ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ involve ਕਰੋ and you get an amazing mix without any E flavors, without any E colors. We are on a promotion with SIG channel across the globes of UK, Europe, America, Asia on a mission of promoting healthy diet. Because ਜਿੰਨਾ ਤੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨਾ ਖਾਓ what is the choice ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਮੇਰਾ ਦੇਸੀ wellness kitchen ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦਾ every Saturday at 11:30 and every Tuesday a repeat program at 3:30 to bring you awareness ਕਿ ਹਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਾ ਖਾਓ ਪਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਜਾਏ ਆ ਖਾਓ and that what when why ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹ question ਸਾਡੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੱਸ ਦਈਏ I think they will stop and they will think to understand because children are very intelligent. कोई भी बच्चे university जाते when we do any dissertation we have to be able to answer questions of why, what, when. Those challenging questions are what are be left children to be mystified. Okay, why can't we eat this and why should we eat Indian food? There's nothing wrong with Indian food. Right now I'm going to take my ring and I'm going to actually just no fat added to this. Just going to put 1 teaspoon of dry cocoa powder straight and I'm going to line that. ठीक है? I'm sorry, 1 tablespoon. So ये मैं सारे पासे पा देना as dusting powder. So that will stay there. And in goes my cake, ready to go into the oven. So if you have a look at that, the fragrance is so beautiful. And if anybody who has made truffles in this recipe of blood pressure, you will realize that it is so good and tasty. These are what you pay a lot for, black truffles, and it is so easy to make them at home. Pari hai main hun mix. So if you notice, I'm going to line through my tin, and that's ready to go into the oven. And that's really amazing. Koi bhi bacche nu involve karo, because it's got all the good properties in it. Always trying to clean up baking products. Koi bhi karo te kolle de sidean te bada kuch lag janda hunda. So my nature and habit is on anaj kadi vi na sitto. I think about 1/3 of the food that people generally buy actually goes into the bin, because loki khas kar bacche ajkal de naujawan bhaj ke sell by date dekhde ne, do realize that sell by date is a guidance, and you still have 3 or 4 days more shelf life of a product. Ji haan, so my ring donut callo is ready to go. It's a dark chocolate cake with rapeseed, amazing concept of sunflower seeds. Let's put it in the oven for 50 minutes on 180 degrees, and then drop it down after about 10 minutes to another 40 minutes, and we've got a wonderful cake ready to come out, and we'll present it for you. Dekhte jao. Ji haan, so depending on your oven, I've clocked in just over 40 minutes on my cake. We started with 180, dropped it down to 160, and it's ready to come out. The oven's bleeped. So I'm going to be taking my cake out, switch off my gas, electric rather, bring my cake out, and I'm going to have my tray ready, presentation tray. Don't forget, these are the truffles I've made in my blood pressure concept, which are actually going to go on the cake. Obviously using always oven gloves because it's hot. However, it does need a bit of setting. So, you know, the cake needs to cool down a little bit. While the cake is cooling down, I'm going to actually leave that to settle down. I'm going to bring in a pan to show you a concept of a drizzling chocolate that I'm going to use, black chocolate, onto my cake to stick the truffles down. Aao, dekhte jao, andaz very simple. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ 2 tablespoon heaped tablespoon of butter. And I'm going to put in a 1/2 cup of black chocolate, jehdi main grate kiti hui hai sangto. I've already grated this. I beg your pardon. Things happen in the kitchen, lots of different things. So I'm going to, it's just a melting process now. So I'm going to drop this in. Add my black chocolate into this. Leave this to melt. And that's it, done. Presto. So jado ene thanda hona, jam jana. So I'm actually going to close my gas. And that's my top glaze that I'm going to do. Jado tusi mada jiha nu fridge ch rakhonge. And why am I promoting black chocolate, Sangto? Because it's the most powerful antioxidant food, and it's a known fact that anybody taking about 2 bars, that's 1 inch by 1/2 inch of 2 bars a day of black chocolate, are less prone to cardiac conditions because it's a very powerful antioxidant. I'm actually going to close my gas now, cooker. And I'm just going to leave this to work through. Don't forget कि पतीले दा भी heat दे नाल भी cake दे जड़ी हैगी आ, it is going to dry up and become thicker. You can add more black chocolate. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to make sure that I get my cake out of the ring and present it for you in the tray, and then we will do the dressing. So I've done this miracle thing and trying to make sure that it's going to release from my tin. Sometimes can be a bit of an untidy job. And that's my cake out. And I'm just going to drizzle this now with the chocolate that I've made all over. And that's a beautiful soft cake, black chocolate cake. And you can put anything in the middle, fruit pana, fruit palo, shelf chahiye chahiye, anita fir je fruit paunge, fresh fruit, then that will actually, I don't promote it. That would mean that oho suk jayega and will create fungus in 24 hours. So a very little dazzle. Jab tak ye thanda hona sangto, we're going to be adding in sunflower and pumpkin seeds. You know I cannot keep away from them. So just a few on each area here, and then we'll be adding the truffles to make it look into a beautiful cake. And for my final finish, before I put the truffles, I'm going to use desiccated coconut just to put it all over my cake. You realize coconut is a very good essential fat, and fresh coconut nariyal pani as well. So that is so beautiful. Center de vich kuch bhi pa sakde, however I would not like to. I'd like to serve it this way, and I'm going to be adding my truffles as I wish to just put them in halves or quarters. Maybe we'll go for halves, maybe a good idea. Because it's got quite an beautiful taste, but you don't want anybody to take too much of the chocolate, but to enjoy the beautiful concept of what we've made on Sikh channel before. This is the soft, beautiful, if I can have the cameraman close up, it is so beautiful. This is dark chocolate truffle with amazing walnuts and coconut on the outside, and I'm just going to put them on top in halves, and you can serve it cold from the fridge or warm as it is. And it will be a welcome dessert compared to kheer vagera, which is an issue ajkal because of too much fat and too much sugar. And one more truffle to cut on, and that can go into the fridge to cool down a little bit later, ready to serve as one of your main pure black chocolate truffle cake, dazzled with pumpkin, sunflower seeds, and wonderful truffles. That's my concept of a naughty but nice and healthy concept of a cake, which I think everybody will enjoy, and all the children will love this. If you make this at home, it's such a blind recipe, Sankto. We just need to write these recipes quickly. So it's a low salt butter, 2.5 cups of grated dark chocolate, 1 heaped teaspoon of coffee, which is instant coffee, just 2 tablespoons, half a cup of castor sugar. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮੈਂ add ਕਰ ਰਹੀ ਹਾਂ just a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, just under a 1/4 cup of castor sugar, Sankto, and just about half a cup of walnuts, 1 tablespoon of black chocolate droppings. So we're going to sort of make this into small truffles and roll it out. All I'm doing is rolling my truffles into this mix and just trying to glaze it all up. And the final rolling will be in the desiccated coconut. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ 3 ਕੱਪ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਪਾ ਕੇ ਕੱਪ ਰੱਖੇ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਛਾਣਨਾ। ਸੋ 1 ਕੱਪ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾਈਟ ਕੈਸਟਰ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ, ਐਂਡ 1 ਕੱਪ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ ਬਰਾਊਨ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ, 1/3 ਕੌਲੀ ਆਫ ਸੈਸਮੀ ਸੀਡਸ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ 2 ਕੱਪ ਕੋਲਡ ਕਾਫੀ, ਸੋ ਹਰੇਕ ਕੱਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 1 tablespoon ਆਪਾਂ ਘੋਲਿਆ ਹੋਇਆ ਥੋੜੇ ਕੋਸੇ ਪਾਣੀ 'ਚ। 2 ਕੱਪ ਸ਼ੂਗਰ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ 1 ਚਮਚਾ I'm going to use pink salt. ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੱਧਾ ਕੱਪ raw cocoa powder, and then I'm putting in 2 tablespoons of very good quality vanilla extract. ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਫਿਰ white vinegar, which is going to be 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. ਉਧਰੋਂ ਮੇਰਾ ਓਵਨ ਤਿਆਰ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ at 180 degrees, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ 40 ਜਾਂ 50 ਮਿੰਟ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਕ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ. Now comes in half a teaspoon of green lychee powder, and I'm putting in soda bicarbonate, just 2 teaspoons, chote chamche soda bicarbonate. So 1/3 cup mein good quality rapeseed oil use karna. 1 teaspoon of dry cocoa powder straight, and I'm going to line that. पा रही है मैं hun mix. So if you notice, I'm going to line through my tin. 2 tablespoon heaped tablespoon of butter. Add my black chocolate into this. Leave this to melt. So just a few on each area here, and I'm just going to put them on top in halves, and you can serve it cold from the fridge or warm as it is. So another naughty but nice but promoting blood pressure sankto, and I hope you've enjoyed this concept. Do remember, you have to cool it, turn it around. You can use a square tape plate tray. You can use a round baking tray, as you wish, but keeping the concept of health and your well-being and awareness across the globes of UK, Europe, America, Canada and Africa. Ethe mera program samapt hunda of a beautiful concept of a dark chocolate cake. Take care of yourself and each other. You get one heart, you get one liver, you get one pancreas, you get one brain. All these organs are your jewels. This is a black jewel cake that we presented for you. Take care of yourself and each other. Ik maa, ek chef hundi hai ghar di. If she can promote this to her children, I'm sure the questions are why, what, when should we have this food? Why should we eat this? This is what I'm answering your questions, and I hope you've liked my show. Tune in into another amazing cook show with Dr. Manjeet Kaur. Take care of yourself and each other. Goodbye, Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh, Kwaheri and Asante Sana.